Atheists seem to think that by purely mocking someone's religion or mocking someone's belief in God, that somehow makes them superior and it shows that they're rational and everybody else is irrational.
It's not our fault that pointing out your religion's faults sounds like mockery, even when we're dead serious. It's not our fault that your religion contains so many goofy stories that would never have been made into episodes of The Twilight Zone because they were too weird. Simply pointing out how nutty they are is not mockery. It's a plea for sanity. Let's do this. Greetings, fellow space travelers. BionicDance here. Today we're tackling an older video, but one I hadn't seen when it was new. I decided to go looking for theist challenges directed at atheists, because never let it be said that we only put challenges out and do not allow our own position to come into question.
Well, here's my challenge to atheists. They make fun of Muslims because we believe that the moon split. They make fun of Muslims because we believe that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, went to heaven. Well, here's my challenge to atheists, right? You mock that belief. You think that's a joke. Well, do you know what I think is a joke? I think that you believing that the whole world and everything in it being a product of chance, that's a joke. That's a fairy tale. That's the world's most stupidest thing.
And I have never, ever heard anybody but a theist describe the atheist position that way. I don't know any atheist who thinks that the universe came about or is governed by chance. That is exclusively a theistic description, and it seems to imply that the only options, the only possibilities are 100% intentional or 100% random. But that is a religious belief, one which does not match reality any more than the rest. Allow me to demonstrate. We use dice in games as a way of introducing chance into our play. But is it really chance? Observe. This is an ordinary 12-sided die. What happens when I throw it? It falls through the air, hits the surface, and bounces around until it's still, leaving us with a random number. But was it really random? Or were we just unable to predict the result because we cannot, with just our own unaided brains, determine what physics will do to all of the forces and objects involved? Watch as the die hits. Is it random? Pure chance which way it's going to go next? Or is that determined by those factors I mentioned before, forces and materials? If we could reproduce every condition at the time this die hits, will it bounce randomly? Or will it always bounce the same way every time if absolutely every condition were the same? The most reasonable conclusion is that nothing happens by chance, not one single thing, but it also doesn't need a mind to direct it.
You believe all of this just came around by itself? That no one made it? This is much more harder to believe than to believe that there is a creator.
Well, who cares what you find hard to believe? Why should your beliefs, or anybody else's beliefs, be a factor in any of this? Your incredulity is not evidence. But I'll make you a bargain. We'll believe what can be shown to be true and treat everything else as a maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we can get much more reasonable than that.
A creator who's created us for a purpose. And that same creator who's created us for a purpose, you don't think that creator can split the moon if he wants? You don't think that creator can send messengers if he wants?
Look, we can discuss your favorite sky fairy's magical powers after you've shown that he's real. 'Cause right now, that's the question. And if you want to use his magic powers as evidence, then you're going to have to show those too. But it's because you haven't shown us this moon-splitting or message-sending in the world outside of your favorite book that makes us doubt your God is real. Let's put it this way. I'm not going to say that Superman can't fly and doesn't have X-ray vision. I'm just not going to say he isn't fiction, not unless we can show otherwise. And it's the same thing with a la peanut butter sandwiches. You want me to believe he's real? Then show me his X-ray vision, and not in your book. I mean in meat space. 'Cause until you do, your beliefs have no more validity than, say, people believing in the Force. Star Wars is a story, and as far as anybody can tell, so is your God.
How stupid and irrational are your beliefs?
Oh, the irony. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think.
And remember, if it can't be in your hand, it's all in your head.